how do you do? So how are you guys been doing? Me? Well, thank you for asking. I've been doing pretty good, I guess. Okay, as you guys know that I have already have made a video about that I have been going to a job, right? So I know my room has finally got a bit lighter, better than my future, better like you, shining like a diamond. Ooh, it's kind of good, but that's not the point. What I'm trying to say is, so after going to a job, I'm finally getting where I want to be. I do what I do because I have to do what I have to do what I love to do. Does that make any sense? I hope it does. So this is the thing, right? So why do I say so many times? I don't even know, but my videos, if you guys seen like my past videos, they all have a pretty darker themed, like not like the story plot or the storyline of it, but the environment itself is like pretty dark, pretty eerie. Like people don't really like to see it, I think, because how it looks pretty depressing, I think, and or ghost like, I don't know, pretty spoopy, but people don't like to see that kind of a video, I guess. And I always wanted to make the face cam or everything that I create pretty much into a good quality where people can approach and would like to consume in a sense. And I'm not saying that I like what I do, okay? The job that I go to is not that lovable for me, because it's not something that I yearn for, and I know I'm not here to blab about what I don't like about my job, but it gives me two things. One is experience, and the second thing is money. So the experience is far better than the money, but I need the money to do what I have to do, right? To get what I want. Creating something means pretty much everything to me, okay? Like creating even this video is something. Drawing something or someone is what I love to do. I really like to see people's reactions towards what I create. I will tell you a little story, okay? So one day, way before I started this art journey of mine, I had a friend, a girl, who that is assumed to be a girl friend. Put a comma, okay? And she really liked a celebrity. She liked Lisa from Blackpink, right? And then around September, I think, it was the girl's birthday, and then I asked her who do you like the most, and she said, I like Lisa from Blackpink. And I said, alrighty then. And then I drew I drew a portrait of Lisa, and then I gave that portrait or the drawing to the girl. And then that day, I have never seen something so heartwarming, wholesome. I don't know, it has like something that gives me meaning towards being alive. In if I don't know if you guys can understand it, but in that moment I felt that I am something. Because I'm not saying that I'm not someone, but it gave me a purpose. I didn't wanted any money from her nor a reaction, but once she saw what I crafted for her, she actually freaked out. She screamed and she actually cried, and I got scared because she started crying. And after she cried, she thanked me. And then with that thank, there was like this passion, like kind of love, to be honest. I don't know how to say it, but and ever since then I had like this fire in me that always want to do art. Okay, and I don't know how you guys gonna take it, but that's how I feel when I give someone something that I made. It's not seeking validation or attention, but it's something else. It's like passion. It's love at its core. For me, at least, drawing has been something that gave me something to live for. You know what I'm saying? And YouTube is the same thing. At least not just YouTube, but every social media that I can, show my work. And I do know that I don't create the most best stuff out there, okay? Because I have to tell the truth, even in drawing things, I'm not the best. Okay, there are way better people out there. But that I do know that I have something different, that I am unique. My art style is unique, I think. And I do know I have to create more, pursue, not perfect, but to do more, to create something near perfect, but not perfect, because we never can be perfect. And I think this is it. And I every day, okay, every day I go to work, I think about YouTube and creating art, drawing. And even in my job, while working, I can't help it. I draw because I like to draw. My boss even yelled at me for like drawing stuff, and I know it's not good. I shouldn't, but there's something in me that always screams for sketching, doing something with my hand, drawing. I really want to do it, and I need money. That's why I got into this job, and I will. And I have dreamt of a life that I want, and I have a will, and I know that I have a chance to create that. Every day I work, every day I go to work, 6 days of a week, 6 days in a week, 11 hours a day. I go to work. I do not want to live a life where I am nothing. I really don't. I see these people living the same life as everyone else, and I know that I might sound like a certain person, but I'm not trying to be a guru or something, because I'm a fuck up myself. I'm a screwed nut. But what I mean is that I have a talent, right? At least, not a talent, but a gift, as my mom would say. I have a gift, and if I can take that gift and spread it around toward people, I might have a chance to be happy. And for the longest time I have been feeling pretty empty inside. I tried to get into a relationship. It gave me a little bit of hope, a chance to feeling satisfied. I don't know, satisfaction, but a sense of belonged, a sense of fulfillment. But I don't think that I will ever try to attempt that. But it didn't. And the next thing is this job, and I was pretty much wrong. I'm wrong. My calculations were wrong. It didn't give me a sense of belonging. I feel pretty empty for some reason. I'm always searching for something and someone, and I hope it's this, or God, or both, or all of the above. And after after getting into the job, there are two things that I bought. One is this light, that gives me the brightness, and the second thing is it's a big box. I don't think I can show it, but it's like pretty big. Okay, this is a A4. These all are A4 sheets inside it, and in one of these there are 500 sheets inside. And I don't think these are the best paper for drawing, like portraits, but I think this will do the work for now. I got 2,500 papers, like 5 sets of these, and it cost me a little bit, but I'm not worried about it. And I think this will help me to do more art, even though people wouldn't pretty much care about it. But I think I made a good choice, because with these papers I can sketch, I can learn new stuff, I can make more artwork, I can do all sorts of stuff, and I am pretty proud of it. This is my first time, and even though I don't like what I do, I have bought something that could help me in the future and could give me some sense of belonging. And I hope everything will go as good. And a lot of things has happened since I got into the job. Pretty crazy stuff, and I will talk about them in the near future. I've really been planning to, and I hope we can chat and play some games. And I really want to express myself through creating art. I want to draw in this channel, create videos about what I see, and the places I go, like vlogs or whatnot. But still, I want to do all sorts of stuff, and I think that would be great if I can do it, and I will do it. Not can, but I will, and I should, and I will. If there's a will, there's a chance. I heard something like that. If there's a hole, there's a goal. Am I right? Or am I wrong? I think I'm right. And then yeah, that's it. That's it. I've been watching some animes and movies and TV shows and whatnot, and they are pretty cool. I want to talk about them, and we will talk about them in the near future. Okay, as if we know what the future holds, but we really don't. So it's night time and it's thundering outside. I don't think you guys can hear it, but I can, and I will add some pretty rainy music so you guys can chill out and watch this video. And I do know that I am pretty pretty boring guy, but hey, if you are my type, leave a like, subscribe, and stay with me.